It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Tiselayo Onyiso. Thank you for joining us. Now we begin with this development from the federal government, dismissing claims that it spent about 2% of Nigeria's gross domestic product, estimated at over 8 trillion naira, outside the approved budget, describing the report as a misrepresentation of comments made by the International Monetary Fund resident representative in Nigeria and the association, or rather the organization's 2026 Article 4 consultation report. In a statement issued by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Taiwo Oyedele, said the federal government does not operate a shadow budget or spend public funds outside the constitutional and statutory framework governing the public finance. He explained that sections 80 to 83 and 162 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, provides that public funds can only be withdrawn and spent in accordance with the Constitution and laws enacted by the National Assembly. According to him, all federal government spendings are backed by duly enacted appropriation acts, supplementary appropriation acts, or other statutory authorizations approved by the National Assembly. President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to working with religious leaders to promote peace, tolerance, and national unity. The president spoke while receiving Archbishop Paul Richard Gallagher, who is in Nigeria to commemorate the milestone. President Tinubu said the interfaith dialogue remains vital to addressing the country's security challenges and pledged continued support for religious institutions and advancing education, healthcare, and humanitarian services.
Well, the relationship is very strong and very healthy. And I was just mentioning that now Nigeria is sending a new ambassador to the Vatican, who is arriving in these days, and we have had a constant presence of the nuncio over the years, and visits from several of the Holy Fathers. And who knows, maybe in a few years' time, Pope Leo will come to visit Nigeria as well.
Nigeria has the largest number of Catholic bishops in the African continent. So the visit of Archbishop Gallagher, who is the Secretary for Relations with States and international organizations, is very, very significant on this 50th anniversary of our bilateral relations with the Holy See in its commitment to promoting interfaith dialogue and its assistance with Nigerian organizations in humanitarian responses, in its dedication to peace and stability, not just of Nigeria, the African continent, and the world.
Outside Nigeria, Iran's former supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, who ruled the Islamic Republic from 1989 until his death in February, has been laid to rest. But what has become controversial is that his son, Mojtaba Khamenei, who is now the current supreme leader, was conspicuously absent from his father's funeral. His brothers, Masoud, Mustafa, and Maysam, all attended the funeral service alongside government officials, including the Iran's Revolutionary Guard's chief. Speculation about Mojtaba's health condition is heightening, especially because of rumors making the rounds that he was wounded in the U.S.-Israel airstrikes that killed his father, and his lack of public appearances since early March. And now for a brief sports update. Novak Djokovic claimed the all-time record for the most men's singles match wins at Wimbledon, but had to overcome moments of visible frustration to beat qualifier Roman Safiullin and reach the quarterfinals. Djokovic had matched Roger Federer's record with his third-round victory on Friday, and the 39-year-old earned his 106th win by defeating the 132nd ranked Safiullin 7-6, 8-6, 3663 on Sunday. That is second only to the 120 wins achieved by 9-time women's champion Martina Navratilova. An amazing tournament so far, Wimbledon. Great stuff. We'll be giving you more updates on that and so much more right here on Wake Up Nigeria. We have quite a bit coming your way. Stay tuned.